Hey there, Dustin here from Retro Supply. Thank you so much again for grabbing the RetroTextures Megabundle. I just wanted to send you a quick video and show you a little tip for some of the bonus textures. So you might have noticed in the pack that there's a folder called bonus photos, and a lot of people will look at these photos and be like, oh, what do I do with them? Like, they're not set up to add the textures automatically. I'm not sure what to do. So I thought I'd show you 2 quick tips for using these photos in your work. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to place a piece of work into my Photoshop document. This just happens to be one of the logos that I gave you in the pack you purchased. I put this in here, and then I'm going to go to File, Place, and I'm just going to choose one of these textures. I'll choose this texture here, and I just place this in, and it automatically fits for you. You can make this bigger or smaller, but I'm just going to keep it how it is because it's actually covering the piece of work fully. Just press return, and then I'm going to prepare this to make a texture to put over the top of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to black and white. I'm going to click that up in the adjustment panel, and what that does is obviously just makes it black and white, and then I'm going to go to levels, and I'm going to tighten these up a little bit. The reason being because I want to get a more contrasted black and white, because the more stark the black and white contrast is, the more this is going to create a intense effect, which is going to make this better for, say, if you wanted to print this onto a t-shirt or something like that. So I have a pretty tight black and white going on here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to select all 3 of these layers, the 2 adjustment layers and the texture layer. And I'm going to right click, and I'm going to go down and select merge layers. Now this is just one layer. I can name this textures to keep this organized. Name this logo. Okay, so here's the fun part. So at this point, we could do one of 2 things. The first thing we could do is we could just change the blending mode up here and select, say, screen, and automatically we get this really, really intensely distressed texture. Now, to make it so it's better, we could invert it. So we could go to Image, Adjustment, Invert, and now we have this great looking texture on top of this. Looks pretty good, right? And that's totally non-destructive, so we can move this layer around and kind of adjust how we want the texture. Maybe we want it like that. Maybe we want to shrink the texture down so we can control it more, and we put it like over here, and then have some fun and duplicate it and add it again like up here like this. I don't know. You could do all sorts of things. You could just keep building out layers and do fun stuff with the texture. Now the second thing we can do is we can actually use this layer to create a selection and subtract it from the logo. So what we would do for that is we would go, make sure we have our texture layer selected, and we go to Select, Color Range, and we would select just the highlights, say. So we get all those and say, okay. Then we can turn this layer off, select the logo layer, and just press delete. And oh, that was a little too much deleted. So we can go and say select inverse, and that will make it so we're actually selecting a different part, the opposite part of this, and then click delete. And then I'm going to deselect here. And you can see we have this texture on here now. Now here's the beautiful part about this. If you were going to screen print, say, from a Photoshop file, you could turn off the background and deliver this. And this is actually transparent, so you could make this into, say, a transparent PNG, or you could make it into a bitmap TIFF in black and white and export it, and it would be transparent, and you'd be able to actually use it to screen print. So I hope you found these 2 tips helpful. Just thought they'd be helpful because I know you get those extra textures and you might say, what do I do with those? So hopefully this was helpful. Thank you so much again for supporting Retro Supply, and have a great day.